Racers Marshall Pruett. We just finished 85 laps of the Acura Grand Prix at Long Beach. How did we complete this race? Perfect thing for the event sponsor, Acura and Honda. Honda finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really strong showing by them. This was a race of strategery and execution compared to randomness and wild things happening and crashes changing the outcome. This was Team Penske. I initially thought they might have had a brilliant master play on deciding to send out all three of their drivers, led by Joseph Newgarden, on primary Firestone tires. Then they're called to do that and then switch to the faster alternates in the middle stint and then go back to primaries at the finish, at least in the early part where Joseph Newgarden was keeping pace with everybody running top 3, top 4 on those slower primaries. Really thought they were going to eke out a big advantage in the middle portion of the race, which Joseph was leading on those faster alternates. And what happened? Could not make them last as long as he wanted. Had to pit a little bit early. Played into the hand of our pole sitter, early race leader during that first stint, Kyle Kirkwood. Welcome to victory lane in IndyCar at number 27, Andretti Autosport Honda. Beautiful pink liveried vehicle there. So this kid who came out Indy Lights champion 2021, really thought his debut season with the AJ Foyt racing team last year was going to be one that had a lot of promise. Not crazy results, but big promise. It was a disappointment, but he did learn a lot. How do we know that? We just watched him run away and win his third ever race with Andretti Autosport after capturing pole. So huge congratulations to Kyle, but also the Andretti team. Talk about flexing their muscles. They finished first, second with Romain Grosjean. Think about who finished fourth, that being Colton Herta, huge for him. So a 1, 2, and 4 for Andretti Autosport. Big movement for them. They had a lot of potential shown in the first 2 rounds, hadn't really buttoned things together. This is exactly what this organization can do when they get everything right. People need to definitely pay attention to what the rest of the season could be like if this form continues. Let's talk about who finished third. Marcus Ericsson. I don't know if you can really say there's another driver at Chip Ganassi Racing that's a bigger threat than him. That's not brand new. I had the team principal from another very powerful team say, I think he's their best driver right now. Wherever we go, he's the guy we think is going to finish higher up than anybody else. That's exactly what he did. Not only did he finish third, fast, charging, moving towards Grosjean at the end. This is a guy who, I'm telling you, if you believe a driver, whatever they are in their first year or two, cannot be more, this guy proves that wrong every time. We thought we were seeing peak Marcus Ericsson in 2022 with that Indy 500 win, challenging for the championship. He's made another step. Truly, this is remarkable. Talk about some other things that didn't necessarily go the way teams might have hoped here at Long Beach. The Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan team, moments where things were looking okay, things didn't really pan out for them. Ed Carpenter Racing, another kick in the nuts. This has been a brutal year for them. Same for Meyer Shank Racing. Helio Castroneves spinning on his own. Lap 1, turn 1. Not a lot of results there for them as well. The first race this year where the Juncos Hollinger Racing team has looked ordinary, looked less than special. Callum Ilott, not a great race. Pissed off his teammate Agustin Canapino coming out right in front of him, slowing him down. Canapino had some contact, wasn't happy. Scott Dixon, some sort of motor issue that took him out of the race. It's a bit of a question mark as to the move Pato O'Ward put on him, try and make a pass that led Dixie to spin. Pato tried to do that same thing again, got away with it that time, but tried to do the same thing again, didn't get away with it. Half spun coming out of the corner. That slowed up Ericsson, slowed up others who fell back and had to charge forward. But altogether, this was Kyle Kirkwood leading solidly. Joseph Newgarden, that Team Penske team, an amazing pit stop. The first pit stop exchanges, jumped from 4th to 2nd, eventually got by him again when Kirkwood was slowed, but Nonetheless, Kyle Kirkwood, young kid, not sure if he had what it took to be clean, get all the way to the finish without incident. This kid just silenced anybody and everybody. Congratulations to him. And beyond that, we're going to be back on track in just a couple of days, Thursday and Friday at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy Open test there, the one and only Prix Indy 500 test. We're going to speak with our friend, race strategist Bryan Herta, going to tell us even more about Kyle Kirkwood. And before we do that, being here in Southern California, just wanted to pay tribute to one of my heroes. Had a chance to work for Craig Breedlove on the last Spirit of America project. Lost him here just very recently, and the husband of a dear friend, someone else that I worked for, Paul Haas, the dynamic part of Margie Smith Haas and Paul Haas in the SCCA Pro American Cities Racing League Championship. Margie being a champion, first American woman to win a road racing championship. We just lost Paul Haas also here in Southern California. So big celebrations here. Also saying farewell to some heroes and friends. But nonetheless, let's celebrate even more. Talking about Kyle Kirkwood. Boy, this kid just told us he's got big things in his future. Let's just walk with our pal Bryan.
It's like unofficial grit walk and talk.
It is. Tell me about this, brother, because whether it's race strategists, race engineers, Jeremy Millis, who we know has done such big things in the past with the team, with Alexander Rossi, I mean, there's just a lot of talent surrounding this whole team to deliver on a day like today. You're not too bad, too.
Right, everything was already there. Like, it's great that I got to be part of Kyle's first win, right? Like those are the milestones that it's really special. Kyle got his first pole in IndyCar, his first win in IndyCar. Those are fun things to be a part of. So I feel really good right now because, that just makes you happy.
Tell me about this kid, what you see in him. I mean, you've got a kid who we've heard is pretty okay at driving race cars too, but you know a lot about young talent and developing young talent. Tell me about this Kyle Kirkwood kid. This wasn't a fluke, right?
Well, no. I mean, for those that don't know, he's got probably the most successful junior open wheel career of any American driver ever. He's kind of won everything all the way. And so none of this is really a surprise that he's doing what he's doing now. And I think he's just going to get better, right? So, we brought him in and hoped he would make an impact in the team. He's obviously doing that right away. What I also like is, Ramon, Colton, and Kyle, they're working well together. You see when Ramon and Colton are the first two guys there congratulating him. But
chemistry you dream of.
They're leading us forward right now as a group. The drivers, the chemistry with the drivers has such a big impact on the team, and they are leading us forward as a group, and that's huge. That's going to keep paying off for us.
Let me ask one last thing, brother, before you get to go smell like champagne. The way we started the race, Team Penske deciding to go with primary tires, a little bit of a gamble, potentially put on the alternates in the middle stint, took off, Kyle fell back a little bit. Could have been a time where he buckled or questioned himself. Looked like he just showed great maturity and kept his head down and did the work. Tell us about that. It was an opportunity for him to show his youth. I didn't see it.
Right, no, he didn't. He didn't panic. We kept him up to date on which tires everybody was on, and we talked about even in the pre-race, we thought they would probably go reds on their second stint, or alternates. So it kind of played out the way we thought. We knew that they would be fast early and that they would come back to us late, and that all kind of worked out. So it's a good day all around.
Good day. Thank you, brother.
All right, thanks.